Here we are, class, week 3. It's been a crazy one. So this week for my video, I chose the African plate. From this slide, you can see these red lines that run along each plate are the boundaries. You also can see the arrows that are on the slide here. On the African plate, you can see that it has 3 divergent boundaries. We know this because these arrows are pulling away from one another. What you don't see is this line that runs along here, which is a boundary, is a convergent. And I will show you that in another slide. You can also see that the African plate has a mid-ridge Atlantic ridge here. Did you know the approximate area is 23,700,000 square miles? That is a lot. The African plate is a major tectonic plate straddling the equator, as well as the prime meridian. It also features the Africa, Atlantic Ocean, Mediterranean Sea, and the Red Sea. The African plate is a divergent boundary, and in this slide you will see the plate boundaries down here: divergent green, transform black, and convergent red. And as I said, if you look along this African plate, it is mostly green, meaning it is divergent. But just up here by the Eurasian plate, it has a convergent boundary. How do we know? Divergent boundaries are boundaries where plates pull away from one another. In these areas, earthquakes are common and magma rises from Earth's mantle to the surface. All the other sides of the African plate are divergent boundaries. Most of the western side of the plate are ocean ridges, and all mid-ridges are divergent boundaries, except for the northern side of the plate, which is a convergent boundary going from the African plate into the Eurasian plate. Subduction zones are convergent boundaries. So from this, we can tell, if we go back to this slide, that this is a subduction zone because it's a convergent boundary. And again, most of this is divergent boundaries. I'm sorry, my slides keep being weird. Okay, it doesn't want me to go to that slide. Okay, facts about the African plate and its boundaries. The African plate makes up a large part of Earth's crust. It includes continent of Africa and large amounts of the Atlantic and Indian Oceans. Africa was once the center of Pangaea, the supercontinent that existed before the continents drifted apart. Since then, South Africa, India, and the Antarctic have split away from Africa. Because of this, Africa has 3 divergent boundaries and 1 convergent. Because of Africa and diverging from the western area, geologists debate whether this means that Africa is in fact composed of 2 plates instead of 1, which is kind of cool, I guess. In this picture over here, you will see an aerial view of the African plate. So this right here is the African plate. That is the end of my video. Thank you for watching, and I'm sorry that my slides kept being funky.